What if I told you that the thing that scares you the most, like I'm talking about the thing that you think about, you dream about, but you never take action on because you're scared, you're worried. What if it goes wrong? What if it doesn't turn out the way you thought? What if I told you that that very thing, that action is the thing that can unlock the next level for you? We're always wanting to know, what does the next chapter in our life look like? How do we finally turn the page? Well, my friend, very honestly, it's probably by you doing the thing that scares you the most. And that is what today is all about. So if there is something in your life that you've been wanting, that you've been dreaming about, but you've been hesitant to take action, well, today is your pep talk to have you taking flight. My friend, this is episode 403 of Grit, Grace, and Inspiration. And in case we haven't met, I am your host, Kevin Lowe, and it is an absolute pleasure and honor to have you here today. So my friend, whether this is your first time or if you are returning, welcome to the podcast. I hope you enjoy today's episode.
Yeah, I got grit, grace, and inspiration on my mind.
So if we're going to be embarking on a journey of you going against the grain, doing the thing that scares you, all in pursuit of stepping into that next level, you might as well be sure that you're listening to something that you enjoy while doing it. So if that's the case, then my friend, I want to encourage you to check out my very own music production company called Kalo Music. I am producing custom music for people, for brands, for companies. And I post it all for your enjoyment on all of the listening platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube. Check out the link at the top of today's show notes so that you can hear what custom music actually sounds like. The name of the artist you're looking for is Kalo Music. Again, link at the top of today's show notes so that you can have some good jams to listen to while you are taking flight in pursuit of your own goals and dreams. Question to ask you. Do you have any idea what flying and personal growth have in common? Well, it's easy. Neither one of them happen when your feet are firmly planted on the ground. In other words, if you stay in the comfort zone, you're never going to take off. You're never going to send that plane into the sky. You're never going to experience what lies inside of the next chapter of your life. If you're never willing to take your feet off of the ground, if you're never willing to step outside of what's comfortable, then you'll always stay stuck. And that, my friend, is no way to live. What I want you to think about is planes, they take off against the wind. Your personal development, it takes off against the fear. And in the context of today's conversation, I'm going to keep using this metaphor of the thing that scares you, the thing that you're fearful of. But I want you to fully understand what I mean. I want you to think of fear as the fuel, not the brake in this context. Obviously, there are things in life that we should be fearful of. That fear keeps us safe. But in this context, talking about things like asking someone out on a date, things like you deciding to apply for the job, things like you stepping out on stage. My friend, we have to embrace the fear. We have to go into it, lean into it, just like a plane taking off. So in this context, fear is not the enemy. It's the driving force. And the way you know if it's something that's truly meaningful, then you're probably scared about it because it means something to you. You've dreamed about it. You've talked about it. You've journaled about it forever, for years, probably your entire life. But you've always never taken action because you've been fearful. You've been scared. But today, I hope that can change because the way in which you can finally have the wheels leaving the runway, having you take flight, is when you can finally reach a moment when you stop allowing fear to control your life, that you take control. You are in the pilot seat. You have the control knob. It's up to you. There's no better way to explain it than by me pointing you back to our 2 previous interviews. Episode 400 literally puts this metaphor into flight. It was my interview with Donald Osborne, a guy who was just a teenager when he stepped into an airplane. As a teenager, this guy was flying. Talk about putting this to the ultimate test, putting fear and worries aside and taking off into the sky. Then, if you skip to episode 402 that came out last week, you'll find my interview that I had with John Kippen. He was a man who stayed hidden from the world for 12 years after a brain tumor left half of his face paralyzed. He was so scared about what the world would see of him. And yet, what did he end up doing? Despite the fear, he took the stage. He embarked on a childhood fascination with magic. He became a magician at one of the biggest magic houses in California. Again, another beautiful example of going against the fear, of allowing fear to not stop us, but to drive us. That can be the truth for you in your story. It's not just for some people. It's not just the case for these 2 guys. It is the case for you as well. What I want you to realize is that you're never going to soar. You're never going to take off by sitting inside of the airport. You have to step onto the plane. You have to take control and you have to go for it. And sometimes you just have to trust what you want bad enough to start before you're ready, to speak before the speech is perfect, and to try before you have it all figured out. You have to realize that sometimes you have to just start driving. Beautiful metaphor of this is, have you ever tried to steer a parked car? It's next to impossible. The steering wheel cannot turn. You have to put the car into motion. You have to start driving to be able to start steering. My friend, it's the same with your life. It is the same with the dreams and the goals that you have. You have to start moving forward and realize that it's all going to work out, that you're going to be able to course correct. And yeah, the flight, it might be bumpy. You might have turbulence, but you know what? You'll be able to smooth it all out in the end. And the 3 most powerful things that are going to come out of this are you experiencing freedom, purpose, and perspective. And those 3 things that you can find when you finally take off against the fear, again, freedom, purpose, perspective, those 3 things can transform your life. Those are the things that will make this next chapter better than the previous, if not the best chapter in the entire story. So, my friend, I believe that for you, that for me, our next best chapter in life is on the other side of the thing that scares us the most. So whatever that thing is for you, that's what I want you to put your focus and your intention on, is the thing that scares you, the thing that you don't want to do, but you know deep down inside you were made for. So to wrap up today's short little episode, I just wanted to be your pep talk, your motivation boost, your reminder that you, my friend, are worth it, that you are so amazing, more amazing than you give yourself credit for. And I want you to have the life that you dream of. I want the life that I dream of. So today, it's as much a pep talk for you as it is for me, a reminder, an encouraging boost to remind us that sometimes we have to face the fear to be able to experience the joy on the other side. So my friend, to end today's episode, I encourage you to buckle your seatbelt and to take off against the fear, the worry, the anxiety, because this life you're dreaming of, it's already circling the runway. It's just waiting on you to take off. My friend, if today's episode spoke to you, if it reminded you of somebody, made you think of somebody important in your life, it would mean the world to me if you would share today's episode with them. Just send it to a friend. It's easy to do inside of the app of your choosing, or you can always just share the URL. head on over to gritgraceinspiration.com is the website for all things Kevin Lowe, plus all things Grit, Grace, and Inspiration. Again, share today's episode with somebody who you think needs a little gentle boost, a reminder that their dreams are worth it. That even if something scares them, the dreams are bigger than that. And it's time for them to also take flight. My friend, I'm Kevin Lowe, and this, of course, was another episode of Grit, Grace, and Inspiration. I hope you have the most amazing day. See you next week.